Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be playing a game from Tygem, which if you haven't heard of Tygem, I wouldn't be surprised because now Tygem, I would say a little bit before AIs really came into popularity, like 2018 or so, was really the hotspot to play for really all players. And then Fox Go Server came out, which was basically a more modern Tygem, I think is a good way to put it. And so you'll see a lot of people playing on Fox now, including myself. And with that in mind, I believe I have maybe... because I have a Fox Go Server series, which is what I mainly play on. But when I was saying how when I would have the itch to play, I wanted to record a lot of my 8-dan games. So when I had the itch to play, I would play on Tygem. But I was just thinking, well, if I'm playing on Tygem anyways, I can just record those games too. And I believe I have, if I don't have one game in my Tygem series, I have 1 or 0. So yeah, I could be just because Fox is just the more common place to play, and even you can find players a lot easier there. Yeah, but here we are on Tygem. Since it's been so long, I am 8-dan on Tygem, which is pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to actually push through here, I think. Yes. They're going to save the stone. Okay. And it's because they have a 3/4 stone here. And so... oh, they're actually going to try to fight this. I'm surprised. Because can't I just go here? I think I can. Yeah, my opponent's 8-dan. Should mention that as well. But yeah, I'm not sure their response here. They're just going to do the squeeze, I guess. Connect, maybe? Okay. Yes, so this is huge. I have huge thickness. I'm even going to extend. This way, how should I say this? I can extend down and sacrifice 2. Okay, they're going to do that. I can double Hane, though. Double Hane. See how they're going to play. They're just going to connect. Okay. Then in that case, I will just... I really want this. But I think letting this cut and extend might be too much. I could... because I'm basically in... yeah, you know what? Let's have fun. They can cut here and extend up, and I will just save, and we'll deal with that group, is the plan. Because again, with this direction here, getting this approach move is very, very good. They're even just going to give me it, really. I bet they're not going to answer this, though. They are. I will just answer then. They're getting 4th line every time they move, but I'm going to expand every time I move. Like if I jump here, I'm moving up to the 8th line, and here we go. Yep, just play there. I can play here. I can now attach here. I don't see a world where they extend here. Or they cut here, I mean. So I'm just going to attach. They're too weak here to try to activate this cut, I think. Play here. Hane. They're just going to answer. Interesting. And I will just extend them. So what are they going to do about the bottom? Now, I think they can play inside, and they can most likely live even. But they're going to pay a cost elsewhere if they try to do that. They're going to try to save that. That I am shocked by. I think I'm going to Hane here. And then push. Or maybe just push? No, I'm going to Hane. They can descend, but then I'm going to push here. And because they didn't Atari this stone has an extra liberty. So it's even more awkward for black. Like, you really can't let me get this double Hane. Or they're going to go there. Interesting. Just Hane. I just said you can't do that. They think they can. I think even just extend, right? I'm even just going to play the tiger's mouth. They have so many cuts, so I'm not sure which... Yeah, that feels like too much. But you know what? I'm going to just secure, and I'm just going to go here. Because they have weaknesses up here, so they have to fix at some point. And this is a lot of cash, so you have a lot of bad Aji here. You're going to go there, okay. Now they're jumping in the center with a bunch of knights moves. So I'm just going to attach. Again, I can really use these here. I'm going to go there. Should I just give them the top? I think just giving the top's best, and then I can use the weaknesses here to approach. They're thinking they're gonna cut. Whoa. I don't think this is good. Are they gonna give me the corner? They're gonna fight this Ko. They have one threat to... I have a bunch up here though. Ooh, this feels dangerous for them. Oh, they're just gonna... Okay. That seems reasonable then. Okay. Even though Atari secures the stone immediately, it would make this move Sente, so I have to descend down. They do get some extra forcing moves here. Maybe this, just pushing. See what they do. Oh, they're going to keep coming in, really. Like, I feel like if I just surround this, is that enough? And they have... Okay, I have all the strength. Surely I can push and cut. It's just... They're just so weak here. Surely something here is possible. Jump across. And yeah. Like, even this, I do technically have the ladder, but I don't want a ladder just yet. I could also push and cut that way, but that feels vulgar. I'm going to go this way, I think. They really want to jump here. They're going to attach. Okay, so they're using some Aji here. But if I just go here, this really hurts that side, I think. Yes, so I'm going to just Hane. Take away liberty from these three. They wedge here, I can... They're going to go there. Why? This ladder doesn't work here. Yeah, ladder does not work. Feels hard for them to win a semi-I as well. Yep, so they come in, yep. This move's really screaming out at me just for good shape. They're going to play some move down here, though. But I think I need to play this kind of move. If they play some move like this, I can always connect under. Yeah, and they're gonna have to do something about this shape here, and I'm not sure what their plan is. Yeah, they go there. Let's connect under. Okay, that feels like too much. They do not have a good response if I play K17. Or maybe Hane and extend? I think Hane and extend might be better, actually. Because they can't ladder. They might be able to take these, but this feels difficult for them. Yeah, I have a lot of liberties here. So, yeah, so they're going to go up. If they play here, I will connect. They're thinking of pushing and cutting immediately. Are they going to connect there? Okay, so I just connect here then. Yeah, I don't know about this connect. What's the response to this? They have to fix. I can turn. If they fix, turn, can they kill this? Is that their plan? Yeah, they go there. So is it better to... This I always get wrong. Is it better to stand up first? I'm just going to take it. Yeah, I'll just disconnect. And then I can go after this right side. Should be able to at least. They have to spend a move. They want to peep here, but they don't want to peep there. They want to peep there because it makes this an eye, but... Okay, that feels like way too much. Because even you pushing, I can Atari and play here. So I'm going to peep. And then jump, maybe. Okay. Again, you don't have a good response to this move. Unless you plan to give these up. They probably did this because they felt living wasn't good enough, which I kind of agree with. So this makes sense. I play here. They're really aggressive, it turns out. When I play here, yeah, how are they going to answer this? They want to fight this Ko, so I think I will just connect then. I do have to worry about my liberties, but we are good for now. Peep. They did the peep. I warned them about it. Yeah, I can just go here. If they push, I can block. Cut. Yeah, they have too many weaknesses. Is that better? So I can still go here, and there's push and cuts. So we'll do that. I'm going to push, and then Atari. See how they play. Because there is a Ko as well to make that. Yeah, so they go back. I am alive, though. So I think I'm going to take this. Yeah, this is big enough. There's timing here. That's important. Do I Atari here first? Yes. They might not answer this. later in the game, so get it now while you can. And now they say you're gonna die, which is very rude, but I don't think you can. Even if you take the corner, yeah, even if you take the corner, what about this side? And this turn is, I can't state how huge this turn is because it makes stuff here work. So they're going to just go do there right now. Okay, so they're going to clamp. Again, you could take the corner. I'm fine with that. And it's all yours. Connect. And then I can Atari and then descend. But I can just go here and then capture these because this is not threatening to cut these two. So if I just go here, we should surround this, and yeah, they take the corner, we take these 5 stones, and it's good to think flexibly like this. Like, I could have just captured this cutting stone, but then I would have a weak group in the corner, they would secure the upper side, and it might not go so well for us. So they're going to cut. Okay. See, can I even go here? What's the life and death of this group? I think it's unnecessary. Let's go here. Let's take away a liberty. I needed to connect so that when they Atari, I can go here. But it should be okay. See, I can just go here, and they can never ladder me. I'm pretty sure. Yep, they're coming in. So this is threatening to attach, is it? But it's not actually threatening to cut severely. So I'm going to go here. Push, yes. Atari, and stand up. They're going to throw in Ataris, but they don't have any liberties. Because even though they squeeze, it'll be I versus no I. I'm pretty sure, yeah, be I versus no I. If they're just going to go there directly. I can even Atari. And then they can't even squeeze me. Does that matter? Does... Yeah, I'll Atari once. Now they can't get this Atari here. I think they thought about trading, but that would be... I think that would be too much. See, now they can't Atari, so now I can make an I, or 2 I's there. They're just going to cut. Okay. I guess just connect's the best way, right? Are they going to Atari here? And then go here? Again, I'm too strong here. Okay, they're going to Atari directly. But yeah, this should be GG's soon. And cut that way. It's an interesting idea, but I can just Atari here. No problem. Okay, so they're going to give it up then. Makes sense. But yeah, this feels like too much. Because there's a few big endgame left. Atari and Hane is huge. They're going to come in, okay. Just connect. I also want to get this Descent. It's just good endgame against these stones. It's just like a free point, really. 3 points, even. Okay, I'll Descend. I will take as well. I think take's pretty big, because I'm pretty sure this threatens to kill after that. This is also big. I'll push. This is big. They disagree. Okay, I'm gonna Hane then. I can capture this stone in Sente. Should be okay. Now I can do this one. Hane. Yes, I guess I'll Atari then. And then take. Because again, I think that does threaten to kill. Because this move threatens to go there. Yeah. I go. Technically, there is a Ko here still. They go there. That is not really Sente anymore. I can double Hane here. Yes. Okay. Yeah, even they just used a bunch of Ko-threats. So, do I have Ko-threats? I think I should just fight this Ko. I have local threats here. Well, they're fighting it. Yes, I guess. Well, I guess go here. And I think I can just kill this side. There's a Ko here. Oh, they say they're alive. I don't agree. I think you're very much dead, so I'm going to just connect here. Because you can't actually save these 2 stones in any way. I'm going to go there, yep. This, by the way, means I can save this stone. Cut, sure. Okay. I can connect and throw in. I think this means a resign is coming. There it is. Thank you, Black, for the game. Yeah, that was a pretty intense game. So one thing about Tygem is I'm really not a big fan of the interface, so I will be right back with a better interface, and we'll look at the game for a second. Hello everyone, we are back. Open up SabakiHQ, my favorite review tool. So yeah, let's look at the game. Yeah, opening was okay. Now here, there's a very kind of cool move that you can play here, or unique move, I guess you could say. So whenever you play the 3-3, you're basically saying, okay, white, whatever way you play, in this case, white, whatever way you play, I don't mind. You want to take the top or the left side, you be my guest, basically. But here it is, at least to me, I think, pretty obvious which way white wants to go. That white wants to block here, right? And that's what I did in the game. It wouldn't really make much sense for white to go here, especially with Q17 facing away from these white stones. It makes sense to block here. So because of that, we know white's going to block here. So this is the case where instead of playing 3-3, you can attach instead. Basically saying, well, if you take the same side, my corner is going to be bigger and your side's going to be a little smaller. But if you take the corner, which this is kind of the problem, quote unquote, with the attachment, is you allow white to take the 3-3, you can see then all of a sudden black gets the moves on the left side. So this is one of those cases where if you know which way your opponent wants, you can play a different move here. So yeah, you can play the attachment here. And I've seen this in a lot of professional games and high-level games. So we do this. You get the jump here. Yep. Again, as opposed to playing a move like this, it's a little flat, so I wanted to just build. Plus, I am looking for the move I got in the game, which is this one. And black goes there, and this one. And so here, black tried to fight this, but yeah, realistically, black can attach here with the idea being if I Hane, I can't actually Atari because there's problems on this side, like this, where it becomes a double Atari. So if I have to connect, then all of a sudden, now this stone isn't threatening a peep, it's actually just pretty close to black's wall there. So white really has to just push here and allow black to live here. But this would be, black should already be alive, so black could just go elsewhere. So this is probably what black should do. White gets immense thickness, but as you can see, all of white stones are on one side of the board. So this is okay for black. Black tried to kind of get an answer out of me first, I think. Try to squeeze out a little bit more, but I can just push and cut. Yes, push. And again, push. I think push was they did not see... See, the thing with this push is this is basically always Sente. But later, maybe black just wants to give up the stones, right? Something like this. So I think black just thought, if I Hane and we do this kind of thing, having this push here would help them. But I can just go here. So yeah, nothing really there. I thought black would try to just peep here, and it would be very similar to the game. Something like this. In which case black hasn't exchanged those moves. So yeah, black pushed, get this. So black gets a little bit more compared to my variation, but my outside's a lot thicker. And then just go elsewhere, yeah. And then, while I would probably play the same thing, just because there's probably not a great move on the bottom to play, this really does give white what white wants. And so here, I think this exchange is too good for white. I think here black just needs to play some light move like this. Even if white gets this move like this attachment, it's not like white gets Sente even, and yeah, you do get pushed down, but you got to do something about this bottom. Black goes there, black cuts. And again, I think this is the case where black could have jumped up here, forced me to save, and then try to compete Moyos here. I think trying to save these, because this is where all my strength is, so black really shouldn't be trying to start a fight there, I don't think. Yep, and I think here I can just extend. Again, I'm so strong here, and any and all ladders work for me that there's no reason to play passively like this. Yeah, then jump. And then, yeah, black played here again. It's like black's being passive because black's not jumping in, but black's also being aggressive by playing all these knights moves. So attach. And here I thought black might fight this ko. Because black does have threats, I feel. Like right here. And it's not that I have no threats, but yeah. Like, if black gave that up, I get into the top, but black's right side becomes super strong all of a sudden. So I think black actually should fight this ko. Which means for me, what could I have done instead? Maybe then I should just extend. Black will connect. And then what? Turn. And then they will... Connecting would get rid of Aji on the top, but leave a lot of Aji on the side, whereas this one would get rid of Aji on the side, but now there's a bunch of Aji up top. So, yeah, I should try to avoid a ko, I think, because I think black has way more threats than me. But black just connected. And then, yeah, here. So this would secure the stone there, but this cut being Sente is actually a pretty big deal. So that's why I extended here. Now, when black cuts, I can Atari back. But as we saw later, it leaves a lot of Aji still. And then black went here. I am curious, does black need to be that aggressive? What if black just jumps? Assuming I do something like this. Again, the right side is not small by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, and it's pretty solid too. There is still a lot of bad Aji because of the of these knights moves I like to call running with scissors. Because you can be cut. So it's tough to say. Does black need this one line more? It's a cut. Jump there, yep. Jump there, yeah, you can see. This is very common. If you've seen the pinwheel before, this is very common pinwheel follow-ups. Play there. And then black attached. I think, yeah, this is definitely a misread. If I'm black, I'm just... What am I doing here? Jumping seems okay, but I was definitely going to peep and then push and cut, which might not be good, but I would definitely try to go after these two stones. So I think black was trying to go after more. Maybe they saw something there, but they saw ghosts, I guess. Because, yeah, when I connect here, no ladder, and there could never really be a ladder breaker. So they jump, yes. So I just surround. They come in, and then, yeah, and... There is a lot of possibility here, but I think whatever happens, white's going to be secure. I have ladders. I have forcing moves here. So, yeah. Yeah, like they could try to clamp, but I can just cut. And if they try to double peep like this, again, as we saw later with this move being Sente, even if black can capture the stone, I just capture these two. It's probably better than the game for black, but yeah, there's no real way to attack this severely, I don't think. Yeah. Although with this variation here, if black goes here, is there interesting stuff here? No, I don't think so, because I can just Hane, and this laddered either way. Yeah. Right. Again, it is complicated. Like if black can Atari like this, but... two weaknesses. And again, the weakness here, and yeah, it's going to be similar, I think. But clamp might be a better chance, although, again, I think this had a possibility if black had just fixed here. If black had fixed here, with the idea being, if I push, black will push up, of course, and black can do the squeeze. And black Haneing here is Sente. So I have to connect. And if black saves this... Like, I do need to live down here, and again, black really should not die in the center here. They got a little too crazy. They can play here, make some eye shape there, maybe play this one, yeah. This would be good. I think letting me just connect, when black connected here, connect, and then stand up It feels good, but yeah, I think this is too much to give, I think. Again, if black had just lived, it's definitely okay for black. Because black did live in the huge white area, but I did get into the right side. There's cuts here and weaknesses here. So, but it was just like black was trying to go so aggressively. There's just no real, no real need to. Yeah, they peeped. This is to make this an eye, because I can clamp, but I can attach across. So this is, again, very good order of moves. So if I just go here, and let's say black answers, right? Black's going to go here. So by playing here, I am guaranteeing that I can get the Q7 move, because that is what cuts black's shape here. When I just do this, though, now there's really zero weakness there. So that's why you can just jump across. And if you notice, if black tries to push and cuts, black is too weak here. This is forcing, and this is forcing. So if you try to fight this, you can just see it's going to be a world of pain for black. There's just white's going to just live anyways. So yeah, it just won't be worth it. And of course, if you descend, then I can capture. So yeah, always remember this. Instead of just connecting like this, or even thinking like, okay, this is like the step one is, okay, there's a peep, I need to connect. So you did that. This is like the level 1 in thinking. Then you want to think, okay, can I connect in a more efficient way? So then you might think to do the bamboo joint, because this at least threatens the cuts on the right side, which is good. But the next step, third step, is, okay, if I play this one directly, black can take this move. So can I take black's move and even cut immediately? And so that's kind of the step 3. So you want to, when you're playing, you kind of want to go through these steps in your head of, okay, black is threatening to cut. I need to connect. What are the ways for me to connect? And then going through those steps, you can find more options. Played there, yep. And again, this is a nice move because black's basically saying, okay, if you push here and then you force, well, then you're giving me more stones. It's like I did this and extended for some reason. So this is a good order, but always remember what the whole plan is just to fix. So black connects, and then I take that. And again, this is good order of moves, I think. After going here, this Atari might not be Sente. So while I haven't captured these fully, I Atari'd now. But then, yeah, black goes here. So what I was saying in the game was I could play here and connect, but all of a sudden, if I have to live small in the corner, black's top side gets very strong very quickly. And even black, well, black has to do this one, but yeah, even this corner is not 100% alive. It's 99% alive, but there is still Aji at S19 later. So I was like, okay, I can use these weaknesses here. And so even though black captures the corner like this, I can reverse it and take the outside. So just thinking flexibly, if you're thinking right here, oh, I need to keep everything connected, so I need to capture this cutting stone. And again, you're going to be thinking very one-dimensionally. So you have to think, okay, that is what black wants. Black wants me to do this. So is there a way I can refute their plans? And there is here. I think this was a better result for white. Yeah, and assuming everything that's going to happen in the game is going to happen, it's clearly better for black to just give it up. This move even being somewhat Sente, because of this Hane. Maybe I can fix by playing a little flexibly, but even still, clearly much better for black to keep a lot of the top here. But yeah, just surround that. And after that, this is probably the final mistake, if you will. Yeah, I think I can just connect. Because what ends up happening is black can actually cut here and play here. And now I cannot cut. Whereas before I could cut here if black did that, right? So after this, I can't cut this, right? Self-Atari. I have to Atari here though. And now what has changed is black is now 100% alive because this move is threatening to take out this eye. Because even if I take the ko, black can take out my eye. So this guarantees black's life on the bottom. Now, Does that mean black will win this game? It's tough to say. But this affects the life and death of this bottom group a lot. So when black later played here and then cut here, I was like, oh, well, that actually hurts black's. It technically keeps things similar because assuming this stone is saved, which is why I took it later, by the way. I could reassume this kind of thing. It'll be the same thing, like this. I have to play here, but it is annoying, which is why now I'm alive in Mii. Black cuts, black goes there, descend, and yeah, I was basically just game over here. And so that's why I took. Also, it affects the bottom side, of course. So yeah, he had this ko. And black like immediately took. I just took the ko, and yeah, game was over after that. So yeah, pretty solid game. I'm very happy with how I played this. Obviously, my opponent was pretty. It was again. They had moments where they felt aggressive, and then moments where they felt calm. It was like they couldn't decide how they're gonna play. It's like they had an internal conflict of what kind of style they wanted. But yeah, super fun game. And expect more. Honestly, expect more. Obviously Fox games, but also Tygem games in the future, because yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only player that experiences this, but I go through waves of like, do I want to play? Do I want to just watch? Do I want to study? Right, of things that I want to do. Right now, I'm definitely in the I want to play mood. So yeah, expect. I'll still obviously do interesting game reviews, Tetsuji highlights, stuff like that. But for now, there'll probably be an influx of games played by me. So look forward to that. But yeah, if you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you all in the next video.